Welcome, my beautiful souls, to Essence of the Moon. Today we're diving into the Halloween Tarot, a playful yet magical deck that blends classic tarot symbolism with the charm of Halloween night. From black cats to haunted houses, every card drips with nostalgia, mystery, and a hint of mischief. This deck was sent to me by US Game System for my honest review, and I couldn't think of a more perfect companion for spooky season readings. So light a candle, grab your pumpkin spice tea, and let's step into the haunted Halloween night together. Okay guys, thank you for sticking around to the unboxing of the Halloween Tarot. This is a deck and box set. It was sent to me by US Game System for my honest review. And it's a nice size, hefty box, guys. So the back says, you don't have to wait until October 31st to jump into a festive, spooky world of Halloween. You can experience it all year round with Kipling West Halloween Tarot. And yes to that, you don't have to wait for Halloween. The 78-card Halloween Tarot deck offers both the fun and the mystery of the holiday, monsters and other creepy creatures, eager trick-or-treaters, and the ubiquitous black cat. The minor arcana suits are pumpkin, is the pentacles, the bats are the swords, the ghosts are the cups, and the imps are the wands. Karen Lee's entertaining guide to the Halloween Tarot delves into the history, symbols, and traditions of All Hallows Eve, from the story of the jack-o'-lantern to the origins of trick-or-treating, to find your true love's name and apple peelings. So grab your Halloween Tarot deck and a pillowcase to hold all the treats you're finding along the way as you explore Halloween. So again, it's 78 cards in a full color creation by Kipling West. The tarot book is 148 pages, and there's also a spreadsheet for card readings. So all these items slide out from the side. And this spread reading, I have seen in other of their decks. So let me just show it. Let me just pull it out. It is a Celtic cross. I mean, it's huge, guys. It's a huge, let's fold it up, huge pull out. It's enough to fit all of those cards on there. I think it's 10 cards. Yeah. Which is nice. It's nice to have if you want to have like a nice little layout and kind of like what each one of the cards mean in those sections. So I think it works out just fine. Okay, the guidebook. Isn't that cute? This reminds me of like Halloween Town. And there are several spreads in here. There's also a history of Halloween and Halloween symbolism and traditions. So I like that she includes that in here, because some people don't know what the history of Halloween is, what it means, what trick-or-treat means, what the symbols and traditions are. So throwing a Halloween party, bobbing for apples, listening to ghost stories, the Samhain festivities. Yeah. There's so much history in here. The witches and black cats. Yep, society went to great lengths to put an end to witchcraft. Through the witch hunt started early, the estimate that over 250,000 suspected witches were killed in Europe from the late 1500s to the 1700s alone. Since black cats were thought to be witches' evil helpers, thousands of cats were killed too. The frenzy of the witch hunts even made its way to God-feared Puritans of Salem. Massachusetts in 1692, over 150 people were arrested and 31 were sentenced to death. As is typical of so many symbols of All Hallows Eve, the familiar image of the Halloween witch pales in comparison to the history of witches, actual or alleged. And I don't want to say it's funny, but it's kind of crazy how it's 2025 and there are still witch hunts going on. So, yeah. The Halloween Tarot. So she does go with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Talks about reading cards. And here we have some tarot layouts. So we have the 3-card spread. We have the ancient Celtic cross method, which is what we just saw in the pullout. So that's nice to have. And then it goes through the major arcana. There's no color in here, but it does give you the information on the image, the card, what it means to pull the card, as well as reversed. And yeah, so it gives you all that information back here. Some notes if you want to fill anything in. And it gives you a list of Halloween books, children's books about Halloween and other books about Halloween and tarot. So if you want to screenshot that so you can get an additional list of books, go ahead and do so. Okay, guys, let's dive into the cards. So it comes in a little tuck box. If you just want to carry this around and not take the whole box with you when you're traveling, you can do that. Inside the box, you're also going to get a brief history of what was in the back of the box. A couple extra cards that I like to use for bookmarks, and then it also gives you just a little pullout. So you have a little guidebook with you for a quick reference, and the spreads are in here as well. So this is lovely to have. I will be taking this on my trip today. Okay, let's dive into the Fool's Journey. So here we have the clown. He's the fool. And I love the colors used in this. Look at his little bag down here. Black cat. I feel like there's a black cat in all of these images. Look at the magician. He looks really cool. Pulling a bunny rabbit out of a hat. Yeah. They're so colorful, so vibrant. The High Priestess is a vampire. The Empress is the Bride of Frankenstein. So cool. And of course, you got to have the Emperor as Frankenstein himself. Look at his vase with flowers and a brain. So cool. The Hierophant is the mummy. And I like the cats here. I like the vases that they use there for mummification. The lovers. This reminds me of Twilight. It's Edward creeping in on Bella while she's sleeping. The hearse. Reminds me of the Addams Family. How they drive around in a hearse. Strength. And here she's checking in on the lion to make sure he's still healthy. So I think I see that as strength, and going to the doctors when you have to go to the doctors, and if something feels off, you know. The Hermit. I'm a little perplexed at this card, why this is the Hermit. To me, this would be more the Magician. But I can definitely see how he's just in his own little world, doing his own little thing. And kind of, just being secluded from the rest of the world. The Wheel of Fortune. You have a passerby at the fair who got stuck on that wheel. Justice. Oh, look at the shrunken heads and the rat. The voodoo doll down here. Justice by using a voodoo doll. Sure, why not? The Hanged Man. I like him too. He's cute. Looks like there's like fire around on him. Reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Scarecrow. Death. This one's cute. I like the Death card. Look at the moth, the death moth. Temperance. How cute. Yeah, she's cute. The devil, I love her outfit. That's so fun and daring. The tower is the haunted house, haunted mansion. The star, you have the gargoyle. The moon, you have the werewolf. I like this. Look at the look on the moon, on the cat's face, and the pumpkin. The skull. The dog is cute. He's like a French bulldog. The sun. I like this so much. And a creepy baby. Judgment. Very cool. And the world. Ace of pumpkins. So Ace of cups. Wait, Ace of pentacles. Pentacles. Two of pumpkins is a two of cups. Or two of pentacles. Three of pumpkins. Oh, the four pumpkins. Look at all the pea pods for his legs and his arms. The onion for his head. That's really cool. Cucumber for his body. The five of pumpkins. The six of pumpkins. That's really nice. I like this card. I love the six of pentacles. Seven of pentacles. Seven of pumpkins. Eight of pumpkins. Ooh, she's pretty with her outfit. Nine of pumpkins. And 10 of pumpkins. I like this one too, with the piñata. And she looks like Wednesday, minus the red outfit. Page of pumpkins. Here we have the Knight of pumpkins. I like the covering for the horse. The Queen of pumpkins, that's Morticia Adams. I love these. And the King of pumpkins. That doesn't look like Gomez, but we'll call him Gomez. Okay, now we're in the Ace of Ghosts, which is the Ace of Cups. Two of Ghost. The cat has wings. Three of Ghost. Oh, a celebration. I like how they're intertwined together. Four of Ghost. Five of Ghost. Wow. These are really cute, guys. Six of Ghost. Seven of Ghost. Eight of Ghost. So cute. Walking away. They're all like perplexed and wondering what's going on. The Nine of Ghost. Yes, they're all happy. And yes, the 10 of Ghosts, one of my favorite cards. I love that they're just celebrating outside together. And I like how it's always like, it's evening time in the whole ghost. Page of Ghost with the skeleton fish. The Knight of Ghost. I like this one. The Queen of Ghosts. Oh, she's a mermaid. The King of Ghosts. Interesting. Okay, now we're on to the Ace of Bats, which is swords. That's cute. She kind of looks like she's supposed to be like one of those statues. The Three of Bats, the Three of Swords. That's a cute one. The Four of Bats. I like this one too. The Five of Bats. Yes. Six of Bats. These are really cute, guys. I showed them before when I was doing a walkthrough on a friend's VR. But now I'm actually able to kind of talk about them, and not the VR. I like that she's being mummified by the bats. Oh no. Oh goodness. The Page of Bats. That's cute. The Knight of Bats. The Queen of Bats. I like this one with the moth. And the King of Bats. Okay, now we have the imps, and they are the wands. So Ace of Wands or Ace of Imps. Those are cute. These remind me of Harry Potter, when the one professor who kind of was like a celebrity and only cared about signing autographs, this is what he let out of the cage, and they were all floating around when they got frozen by, I think, Hermione. Two of Imps. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, guys. Don't come after me if I was wrong with that. I love Harry Potter, so I can't remember all the details. It's been a while. Four of Imps. Although I did read the books and I loved them. Five of Imps. Six of Imps. Very cool. Seven of Imps. The Eight of Imps. Nine of Imps. Oh, this looks like Gomez. The 10 of Imps. Looks like Gomez. The Page of Imps. The Knight of Imps. Queen of Imps. Oh, she's getting a sunflower. And last but not least, the King of Imps. These are really cute, guys. So there's no edging on it, but that's okay. You can do your own on it. Here are the backs, which I think are really cute, and they are reversible. The quality of these are always really good. I like US Games quality in cards. This one's very nice, not stiff. I know it's going to shuffle nicely. Yeah, they still shuffle nicely. They're a little tad stiff, but that's normal because they're new. You got to break them in. I don't know if they'll fan out because of my backdrop here, but I think they would have if it wasn't for the backdrop. So I think these work really nicely. Overhand shuffle. It's really nice. What do you guys pair these with? Anything? I'm not going to pair anything with these cards. I want these to stand out on their own. But I know there's a bunch of, I'm sure there's a bunch of oracle cards that will go great with this. Okay, King of Ghost. Wheel of Fortune. And Temperance. Let's see what the guidebook has to say about these images. So, King of Ghost. The fatherly king of ghosts, adrift on a turbulent sea, remains calm, balanced, and peaceful, unfazed by the storm. The pirate ship and even the rare appearance of a Loch Nessian. Oh, I didn't notice the Loch Ness. He is lost in peace of his own thoughts and imagination. He is master or a marked master concealer of his own emotions and inner life. The King of Ghosts is kindly towards others, often in a mentor-like capacity. Nice. His interests in the arts and science are shown in his elaborate costume and throne. I love that. As well as in the fish and bone accessories. In one hand, he holds a large cup, and the other, that was a scepter, has been replaced by a specter. So the meaning, a powerful, responsible man, perhaps a professor, boss, or father, generous, liberal, art and science aficionado. Very nice. And the Wheel of Fortune, o la Rueda de la Fortuna. Here we have so much calm control, so much for the calm control of the hermit. Here is an ever-turning wheel of fortune, in this case literally twirling a human around and around. The elephant is spinning the wheel. Oh, I didn't realize it was an elephant. Nice. But notice the impish mouse about to terrify the elephant. Oh, I see that. Look at the mouse. And who in turn will send the wheel flying again. This card represents an unexpected turn of luck for better or for worse. Through the white-knuckled man shown is bound to the wheel of leather straps and is evidently the target of some knife throwing. The card does not imply that humans are forced to passively accept the whims of the destiny. In fact, the flimsiness of his binds and the temporary carnival look of the wheel imply that he'll be able to break free of his rotating restraints. Oh, I see that. Just in case, he is holding a 4-leaf clover for good luck. And he is. I didn't notice that. Look at the 4-leaf clover. Traditionally, the wheel has 3 circles. The inner one is creative force, the middle is formative, and the outer is material. The fixed signs of the zodiac mark the outer rings. Expect the unexpected. Divinatory meanings is flux, unexpected change, and luck. New choices, new circumstances, rolling with the punches, but not passively. Not passively, guys. Okay, Temperance. The witch mixes Shakespearean ingredients, wool of bat, toe of frog, etc., in her steaming cauldron on Halloween night, just as we mix aspects of our own lives in hopes that we might come up with a successful combination. Yes. The exercises, the she measured, She exercises the measured moderation one need in cooking to get just the right mixture, even using recipe books rather than relying on chance. Some say the temperance could be more accurately named the tampering card. The tempering card, as in modifying or mixing in satisfying proportions. Another view of the card is that it means temperance in the sense of reasonableness and moderation in action, thought, or feeling. Reflecting the traditional image of the angel, the witch pours the essence of life from the green pitcher of the subconscious into the purple cup of the conscious. Oh. One on her feet rests on terra firma and the other in water. Okay, didn't notice that right away. To show we should be equally in home and the subconscious as in the conscious. The bubbling cauldron signifies vibration, radiant energy, and the modification of experience. However, it may be the wise owl on the witch's hat who ends up leading us to our goals of balance and harmony. The four-square reality of physical manifestation encasing the triangle of the spirit. This symbol is also the sign of the sacred book of the tarot. Divinatory meaning, self-control and moderation, a good combination of choices, make safe decisions, but don't be afraid of trial and error methods, working well with others. Very, very nice, guys. I like this deck so much. I'm excited that this is Halloween season and that we're able to freely use these cards, although you can freely use them anytime you want. So I think these are lovely. These are a perfect addition to the Halloween season and to pull them out right now. So thank you, my loves, for joining me under the Halloween moon for the review of the Halloween Tarot from US Games. In this deck, if this deck brings your inner witch or reminds you of Tarot Nights by Candlelight, tell me your favorite card or suit down below. And as always, may your path be guided by intuition, protected by spirit, and illuminated by the moon. Until next time, I'm Essence of the Moon, reminding you that magic is always closer than you think.